My boss stole my idea and took credit, so I took his career. I used to work for a big tech company where innovation was everything. I wasn't just some random employee, I was one of the top developers in my division. I had been working on a groundbreaking software prototype, something that could have revolutionized our industry. My boss, let's call him Greg, was a lazy, arrogant prick who barely did anything. But he was great at stealing credit. And this time, he stole from the wrong person. The betrayal. One day, I walked into a company-wide presentation, excited to finally unveil my prototype. But Greg was already on stage. He started presenting MY software as if it was his own. He even used my slides, my diagrams, everything. I sat there, stunned. He looked me dead in the eye and smirked. After the presentation, I confronted him. His response? "You work for me. Your ideas are my ideas. Deal with it." That's when I decided, if Greg wanted to play dirty, I'd play dirtier. Step 1, letting him dig his own grave. Greg was too arrogant to realize that he had messed with the wrong guy. First, I pretended to be fine with what he did. Then, I offered to help him refine the software, except I made tiny, unnoticeable changes to the code. These changes ensured that if Greg ever tried to demo it again, it would fail spectacularly. Step 2, the public humiliation. A month later, Greg got invited to a massive investor meeting where he was supposed to present his invention. I knew this was my moment. The demo started. Greg confidently hit the launch button, and instead of running smoothly, the entire system crashed. Error messages flooded the screen. Investors started whispering. Greg was sweating bullets. Then, to twist the knife, I casually stood up and said, "Oh, that's weird. Maybe because this is just an outdated version. I actually have the fully functional one right here." I plugged in my laptop, launched the real version, and within seconds, it worked flawlessly. The investors were blown away. Greg? Pale as a ghost. The CEO looked at him and said, "Greg, you told us you developed this yourself, but clearly, you didn't." Greg tried to stutter out an excuse, but it was too late. Step 3, the final blow. The company immediately launched an investigation. And guess what? Greg had a long history of stealing ideas. Mine was just the biggest one. By the end of the week, Greg was fired and blacklisted. I was promoted to his position. The investors funded my project, and I got full credit for my invention. The aftermath. Last I heard, Greg was desperately trying to get a new job, but no one would hire him. His reputation was completely destroyed. And me? I walked away with a massive raise, full ownership of my work, and the satisfaction of knowing Greg would never steal from anyone again.